So this right here, guys, is why it's important to get an alignment after you do any suspension work. As you can see on the screen, it's so far out of alignment, like we can't even pick up measurements until we get it basically a little closer. So I got to do basically a preliminary adjustment just to get this thing to even pick up and read. So.
Got a 2-inch level on a 18 F350. Getting some Cali, I forget what the name of the wheels are.
Don't mark me on that.
22 by 8 1/4 Cali Summits, some black and milled, 35-inch high to RTs, and a 2-inch level. Already got the level kit on. That was no time. We had to figure the sensors out, but he ended up not wanting TPMS, so we're just putting normal valve stems in it.
Want me to? Hand me a valve stem, bro. Hey.
Valve stem?
Valve stem in backwards. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, I was about to say. Not this time. Best part right here. Airing up the tires. What's yours at?
15. What's yours at?
29. Takes longer to air them up than it does to change them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hey, now let's not let's not do that either.
See what's the road forcing lack. Oh, I ripped my mic off. Uh-oh, Liam.
You're fired.
Something happened.
Alright, what's up guys and girls? Mac here, Two Brothers Tire and Auto. We're going to be talking about some Ford Broncos today. Broncos quickly becoming one of our favorite platforms. We've had the pleasure of doing quite a few now, and they're obviously not going anywhere anytime soon, getting more and more popular. So we're going to kind of highlight, some differences in these things, take you through. We've got two sitting here, take you through what we're doing to this one, and just show you some differences and all that good stuff. So dive right in. This one here was dropped off a couple days ago. Some good customers of ours, they just picked it up. They ordered it 2-3 months ago. Actually came in pretty quick. It's a Big Bend model, which is one of your kind of lower to mid-tier packages. As you can see, nothing super exciting really going on in factory configuration with this thing. I mean, it's nice, but it just looks kind of plain. So we're gonna fix that. But you know, one thing we wanna kind of get at and point out, I mean, when this thing's done, it's gonna look like the top dog. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna put a 3.5-inch lift on it, doing some 20-inch wheels from TIS, 35-inch tires from Nitto. We're gonna change the front bumper, which is one thing that, you know, on the Big Bends and some of the more base models, you just get this plastic bumper here. Nothing, you know, not a bad looking bumper, but we're gonna put a big beefy metal steel bumper, put some light bars in the front of it. Got a few cool things in store for it. And you know, the cool thing is you can buy this Bronco for quite a bit less than your more loaded out ones. Still super nice on the inside, still got the screen, still got all the tech, and you know, spend some money on it and have it, you know, really looking the way you want it versus, you know, a factory Bronco, and kind of customize it yourself and still being at less than, you know, one of the high-end deals. So this one over here, this is our Bronco. It's a wild track. It's got the factory steel bumper, which I think Ford did a great job on. It looks good. We've added several things, added the light, fog lights, didn't come with those. Of course, wheels, tires, lift kit, spare tire delete. Had some power running boards on it. We just actually sold those to a customer because we couldn't get them. He needed some. They were on back order. We fixed him up. But yeah, we really, like I said, we're just excited about the Bronco platform as a whole. We want to show you guys, what we can do with them. Like I said, we've tried several different setups now, and they're really cool. We're loving them. They drive great. Customers are loving them. They pull the wheels and tires great. Ford did a bang up job on it. But yeah, stay tuned. We're about to pull this one in and get started on it, and we'll have some shots for you here after a while.
Well, this ain't much of a bumper. It weighs like 10 pounds. So you pull the strut apart, the factory oscillator goes like this. So let's say it's a 1/2 inch, goes in just like that. And then it gets the additional puck on top. Hang on.
Where you got to go that, you know?
That's something out third line. I don't know. It's just like speed.
It's the diff bracket. Drop the diff down a little bit.
We are cutting out a little slot in here for the diff, so the diff won't hit it. I have skid plate. None of the other Broncos I've done, the 2-inch, they don't get a diff drop or control arms. All they get are the pucks. That's all they get. They don't get any of the diff drop, track bar bracket, control arms. They don't get none of that. This one is the real deal out of the 3, that's for sure. There it is. Still waiting on the bumper, wheels, and I think the cubes that are replacing the fog lights. And still got to put the rear in, but rear's a lot easier than the front, goes a lot faster.
All right, so it's the next day. As you can see, we've got the lift on the Bronco. Had a little bit of issues with shipping. FedEx is running a little behind this week. I think finally everything's here as of like 10 minutes ago. So we're scrambling, trying to get this thing done and back to the customer by the end of the day. I don't know if we're going to make it. As you can see, the front bumper's off. Ethan, the alignment guy, he's actually at lunch. We got a ton of stuff going. I'm gonna knock out the alignment real quick while he's gone. Get that squared away, got the steps on it. Try to get this bumper, light bars, and wheels, tires, all that stuff on it. So let's go. Takes me longer to find tools than anything, working out of Ethan's box. So this right here, guys, is why it's important to get an alignment after you do any suspension work. As you can see on the screen, it's so far out of alignment, like we can't even pick up measurements until we get it basically a little closer. So I got to do basically a preliminary adjustment just to get this thing to even pick up and read. So anytime you're doing lowering springs, level kit, lift kit, whatever, you know, if you don't want your tires to wear out, you need to get an alignment. Just got to even up our camber, bring it in a little bit, fine tune our caster, set the toe, set the steering wheel, should be good to go. So you can see with these cams on the bottom side, Ford really, I think, made a move in the right direction. This mimics some of your other brands, but you can really fine tune these with not too much hassle with like reaching over the wheel on the upper control arm and getting in there. That way you can, you know, really get a good desirable caster spread, good camber spread, all that stuff. So we got that side set. So what I'm doing now is actually coming back to this side to fine tune the caster spread. Caster came up really good over here, but on this side didn't want to get quite as much caster out of it. I've got it pretty well, what we call maxed out, because you've got a finite amount of adjustment. So coming back to this side to basically fine tune it and put a little bit more caster to lower the caster spread. That way that's what makes the vehicle track and drive straight. So we got a nice even camber spread, 0.2 on each side. Got a little bit more caster on this driver or passenger side. That usually helps with the road crown. So we'll snug everything, not tighten it yet, and do a caster swing. Make sure our measurements still look good. We'll move on to setting the toe. All right, so we've got her dialed in. Camber where we want, caster where we want. Sacrifice just a little bit of camber to keep the caster as high as possible. That's going to keep this thing driving as best as possible. The rough country lift comes with these upper control arms to help add caster back when you lift this thing. That's what's really important about making these things drive straight. Got the steering wheel set. Now we're just going to do a quick lift inspection, go over everything, torque it all to spec, and be ready to move back over for some wheels and tires. Paint marking it up here. I personally like to do everything each side at a time. A lot of side to side, but that way you just don't forget to go over anything.
Finally got the bumper in from FedEx. I need to use some of this mat for my drawers.
They shipped it wrong.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. See this 201?
Yep.
It's supposed to be 202.
And the 202 is a pair, and one's a single.
One's a single. Guys, it is 6:02. We made it. Guys busted butt on this thing, got it done. Our customer, they're here to pick it up. This thing turned out killer. Super excited to deliver it back. As you saw, we aligned it earlier, test drove it, got the wheels and tires on it. Bumper, light bar, still got a couple small things that didn't make it in that we're gonna add. But dude, I don't think it could have turned out any better. I'm gonna recap, I guess, just what we did real quick, just to kind of go over it. 2022 Bronco Big Bend. This is the non-Sasquatch suspension. So it's got the standard flare, standard suspension. We did the 3.5-inch rough country lift with upper control arms. Wheels and tires, we went with the Nitto Ridge Grapplers, 35, 12, 50, 20s, 20x10 TIS. This is a new wheel from them, fairly new, 551 BM. Angela and Donnie, they were kind of going back and forth on which wheel to go with, and it was kind of leaning on me, really. This is one I think looks clean on there. It's simple. They wanted to do a 20, wanted something with a little lip, but not too much. So we chose to go with that. Did the rough country Nerf steps to ease, you know, obviously this thing sets up pretty good now, so easeability of getting in. This is the Dva Mto Steel Bumper. It's a 3-piece bumper. It does have removable end caps here and here. Still got to put our fog lights in. Those came in earlier. I don't know if you got it on video. Well, we got one fog light today, so we just left those off for the time being. Going to do some rigid 3-inch fog lights. Instead of a winch, you can also mount a light bar here. So there's a 20-inch light bar that's hidden behind that mesh there. Real seamless, clean. We are going to be adding, they make a bull bar for this bumper as well. So a little bull bar comes up over, just kind of finishes it off. There's another light bar going to go there. That's still in transport. And then around back, bodyguard spare tire delete, just to clean up the back of it. Relocates the camera down, third brake light, all that good stuff. So nice clean package there. Co-owner here, my buddy Chandler, Stafford. Staffords have been real good to us. Donnie, Angelo, can't thank those guys enough. How many vehicles we built for y'all?
Handful.
A ton. Over the years, I mean, every time they get a new vehicle, Donnie's calling me, hey, my truck came in, I need it done yesterday. So we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Hope you like the end result here.
Oh yeah. Always do great work for us.
We try our best. Like I said, the guys kicked butt today. If we would have had parts, you know, when they were supposed to be here, it would have been done easily. It's just, you know, can't get stuff right now. Between losing packages and dropping the ball, missed delay, you know, or delays, all that. But yeah, wanted to say thanks again to you guys. We really appreciate y'all, and hope you enjoy it. So guys, that pretty well sums up everything. Hope you enjoyed this episode as always. You know, like, comment, share, all that good stuff, and we appreciate you guys watching. Drop us a comment below. See you.